The reason I got Chris on the call is because he's achieved a hell of a lot in the time that he's been with us in terms of losing a lot of weight, improving his fitness, and that how that has really had an impact on his life and the way he feels, and it's just really changed that from where he was before. So just talking to him, you're going to kind of understand where he was at before starting, what he's done on the program and what he's achieved, and then how he feels from that. So first off, really, Chris, if you just say who you are and what you do as well.
Yeah, I'm Chris. I am 31 and I am a teacher.
Perfect. And then if you can just explain your situation before starting with us.
Yeah, so I'd spent years trying to lose weight. I'd tried using the bike. I'd tried dieting with my fitness pal, set my calories way too low, and it wasn't effective. I'd kind of hit a point where I'd put so much weight on. I just needed something to do to try and help me to make it better, really. I joined the gym, like an everyone active gym, and I don't know, after about 3-4 months, I just lost interest and it just wasn't working.
And you were saying before about the fact that you'd moved back in with your mum and dad, you were going through a bit of a couple of rough years, and you just been going to food maybe as a comfort.
Yeah, I think just with having such a tough time, I'd turn to food almost to try and make myself feel better. And all that resulted was I piled the weight on. I ended up 2 trouser sizes bigger than I should have been, and it just wasn't good.
And what was the moment when you thought, right, I need to do something?
So I'd broken up from school for the summer holidays, and obviously with all the rubbish and things like that, and I moved back in with my parents. I ended up just eating constantly junk, and then by the time I went to put my suit back on to go back to school after the summer holidays, it didn't fit. And I just thought, I had to buy a pair of trousers that were 2 sizes more, but I didn't want to stay like that.
Yeah, that was the time. And putting on that weight, how were you just feeling? How was your energy? How was your fitness as well?
It was shocking. I couldn't run up the stairs. Walking was about the only thing that I could do. My confidence was it took a massive hit. I was really down all the time. Like, it even affected my teaching. Really wasn't in a good place at all at that point. So that's when I decided to fill the form in on Facebook and see what it was all about.
The rest is history.
Exactly.
And so before you applied for our program, you were going to the gym, but you said that you didn't have a plan. So you didn't have a plan, you didn't have any structure, and you were doing the same things over and over again.
Yeah, I think what I'd done is I'd read up and I thought I can do this myself, and I'd set my calorie target in my fitness pal, but I'd set it way too low. Like, I was trying to eat between 1,400 and 1,500 calories. And I think it had just become unsustainable. I was hungry all the time. I was going to the gym. I was doing treadmill, cross trainer, bike. But with having no confidence, no self-confidence, I just didn't dare go and do the stuff that other people were doing. And in the end, just doing those 3 exercises constantly, it just got really boring.
And so you just stopped going?
Yeah, eventually. And also, as daft as it sounds, the gym's quite a lonely place, especially when you're just running. It just got dull and boring, and I'd had enough.
Yeah. And I remember you saying, like, you just didn't want to go in the weights section and stuff and do the machines because you were lacking in confidence anyway. And obviously when there's lads in there, like, muscly and stuff, it's quite off-putting.
Yeah, it is massively off-putting, and just also, like I said, being in that place where I had no self-confidence at the time, it really didn't help that situation at all. And I just kind of got to the point where I was thinking, this isn't working. There's no point in me being here. I didn't have any help. There was nobody about. It just, like I said, it just didn't work. So that's when I decided to come to you.
And then you joined our program, and then you've been with us now 11 months, coming up 12 months. What have you achieved then in the time that you've been with us?
I mean, ultimately, we know that I've lost body fat, mass, nearly 3 stone. Well, it's 3 stone, over 3 stone now in body fat. Um, I mean, I guess that's everybody's ultimate goal, but essentially for me, the biggest thing is confidence. Massively improved confidence in terms of the way that I approach things, my overall confidence with just general day-to-day life. Yeah, just fantastic.
And you were saying you went for obviously a promotion as well at work.
Yeah, something that I would never have even thought about doing, if I'm being honest with you. When before I started, I was very shy. I just used to keep myself to myself. Um, like as a teacher, you kind of have to be a bit of an actor. You put on a bit of an act to stand in front of a class, but that's completely different when you're dealing with a table of adults interviewing you. It's just a completely different ball game. Um, and like I say, without coming to your classes and joining the group, I would never have had the confidence to go for it. But yeah, I did. Applied for a promotion last year in June, got offered the job, and yeah, so now I lead a department at school.
That's quality. And that's really helped, having more confidence to be able to go for the job and then carry it out and just do it well.
Yeah, massively, massively. And, you know, as daft as it sounds, you walk into that room the first time, you think, oh my God, look at all these people looking at me, thinking, what the hell is he doing here? In actual fact, they're not thinking that at all. They're all in the same boat. And you get to meet people from all walks of different, you know, like all walks of life. And that's massively helped me lead my team as well, because I've met people with different personality traits, different ways of working, and that transfers into me being able to do that with my team at school.
Fantastic achievement. And like on your before and after pictures, like we talked about before this call, in the fact that your before picture, you're kind of like hunched over and you can tell you're lacking in confidence. And then your after picture, you're straight, your chest's up, your head's held high, and you can just tell you've got a lot more confidence.
Yeah, not only the confidence, I think being in that first picture where I was hunched over and sort of, it's almost like a defense mechanism, I think, just trying to hide away um, without actually physically curling up into a ball. That's as far as you can get to live your everyday life. But now, yeah, I do stand tall. I do feel proud of what I've achieved, and I do feel proud of where I am.
And you could look
And
like you feel proud just in general, you know, like just proud to be you.
yeah, standing tall, being me, and you know, you can say, oh no, it's all down to you, but at the end of the day, if it hadn't been for you and hadn't been for your program, then I probably wouldn't be where I am.
And then just if you, so you've lost 3 stone in the time you've been with us, massively improved your confidence. That's helped you get a job promotion that you wouldn't have gone with before. And then just how was your fitness, your strength, your energy and your motivation improved?
Massively. Like I can, you know, go all day without feeling tired. I can generally, I don't know, I can't even describe how much stronger I feel. I've started on your strength program. Like I can already feel the difference in that. That's something that I would never even have imagined doing. Like I never had any ambition to go and start lifting weights and being that sort of like thinking about building muscle. But now I really want to start toning up. That's the next step for me. Um, so fitness wise, 100% better than it was. In fact, it's probably more than that. Confidence wise, you can tell just from, you know, the conversation that we've had today, the conversations we've had, me coming to class, talking to people, massively improved. Like that's something that I would never have done before either. I was a very shy person.
Yeah, you can tell like you've got so much more confidence, energy, fitness, strength, and you've lost loads of weight. And how that's has an impact on your mind is so impressive. But then also, it's the fact that like you're just living in like a healthy lifestyle as well, which is so important. And
Yeah,
then
and now because I've been doing it for so long as well, like all of the thoughts of wanting that bad food, just don't think about it anymore. It's just I've changed my lifestyle. I know what I can eat. I know what I can't eat. I know when I can have a treat. I know sort of like now, even without having to track 100%, I know that what I'm eating is the right amount. And I think that was another thing as well, portion size. You kind of, after a year, you know.
What is it then that we've helped you? I suppose, how have we helped, and what have the things been that have really, on our program, that has allowed you to get the results and make the change that you have?
I think ultimately, the support base that you've got is just second to none. There's nowhere else that I've had this kind of support before. It's just, you've always got somebody to talk to, and if you can't talk to a coach, then you've got other members to talk to. As I said to you earlier on, I don't tend to see this now as coming to work out. It's almost like social interaction for me. I've met so many good friends from coming to the classes. And when I can't get there for any particular reason, I feel like I'm missing out. Not only on working out, but I feel, I don't know, like it is like a good, friendly, happy place to be. And I think it is kind of like my happy place.
It's a family. It's definitely like a family.
100%.
And so you touched upon it earlier, our nutrition, the way we, and the habits that we, the habit hacking that we do, the nutrition that we kind of show people a new way to eat. It means that you can just, it's a way of life. There's no kind of diet where you start here, do it for 8 weeks, stop it, and then put all the weight back on. It's a way of life, and the habits and the things we teach, it's things that you can maintain forever. So the results you can get them, keep them, and keep on improving going forwards as well.
Exactly. And I think the most important thing to take from it as well is that it's not 100% constant clean eating. You know, you can have a treat. You've just got to know how to factor that into your daily allowance. And nobody's saying, you know, you can't have a bar of chocolate, because you can have a bar of chocolate. You've just got to remember that everything has a calorie intake, and you've just got to remember that if you're trying to lose weight, you've got to be in a deficit for that.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And then what would you say to anyone who was maybe a bit apprehensive about starting, maybe where you were 11 months ago?
I mean, obviously I can't lie. When I did pull up to the school for the first time and walk through the doors, I was like, I'm not going to do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. But literally the second you walk through the door, you've got people welcoming you. Like, the coaches are just fantastic. You've got to kind of get it into your head that people are not there to judge you, which, like, I've always struggled with. I always thought that people were judging me, looking at me, thinking things about me. And in actual fact, everybody's in the same boat. They're all there to achieve, not there to judge each other. And the support that you get, not only from the coaches, but from the other members, is just fantastic. Like, when you shared my progress photo, the amount of comments that I got, it's just unreal.
It's fantastic. So the community and the support really is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not just somewhere to come and do an exercise class. It's somewhere to come and see your family, come and see your friends, come and catch up. It's more than just a gym.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I just want to say you deserve the results you've got. You really have put the work in and followed all our advice. And it's just been great to see you transform your body, but transform you as a person as well, and go from where you were to honestly where you're at now. We just want to say well done, and you really deserve it.
And obviously, thank you to you and all the coaches and everyone at Greg Newlands Fitness as well. I really appreciate it.
All right, it's been a pleasure.